This week on TechRap, will the iPhone 6 have a Sapphire screen? And Blackberry teases a square smartphone. Hi, I'm Michael Josh, and this is TechRap, your weekly source for tech news, gadget reviews, app recommendations, and social media tips. On the iPhone 5S, Sapphire glass is used in two places, on the lens element and on the fingerprint scanner. But there are rumors that Apple is planning on using Sapphire glass for the entire display of the iPhone 6. Those rumors got a boost this week when notable Apple leaker Sonny Dixon posted this video of what supposedly is a glass panel on his YouTube page, showing how bendable the new display is. Technology YouTuber Marcus Brownlee also posted a similar video with a 4.7-inch Sapphire glass display, claiming the part was straight off the assembly line from Apple. The supposed Sapphire display survived a torture test that includes contact with knives and keys and some intense bending. Probably more importantly is that it fits exactly over early mock-ups, which gives us a better idea of what the next iPhone will look like, at least its front face. Apple rolled out iOS 8 Beta 3 to developers this week. One addition is the step and calorie counter on iHealth. The new feature doesn't require a third-party device, but uses functionality already available in the iPhone's M7 chip. Steps and calories will be calculated automatically. It must be said that all of this is already present in a host of other health tracking apps like IHealth on the Samsung Galaxy S5. When it was announced at the 2014 Worldwide Developers Conference, iHealth was described as a platform for collecting health data from third-party devices, presenting it visually so you can make sense of that data, and being able to connect with healthcare providers like the Mayo Clinic so doctors can make better and informed diagnosis if and when you need medical attention. We're all familiar with smartphones and tablets and the phablets in between, but none describe what Blackberry hopes to achieve with its upcoming square smartphone, the Passport. The 4.5-inch phone sports a 1440 by 1440 resolution with an impressive pixel density of 452 ppi, and in true Blackberry fashion, a physical keyboard. Well, that's as much as we know about the device for now. This week, Blackberry defends the new form factor. In a blog post, it says it's hip to be square, adding that it is the perfect aspect ratio to view and edit documents and spreadsheets. The Blackberry Passport will be available in September, but what we want to know is if you'd get one. If you haven't heard about Chomecast, you should definitely look into this $35 device. It looks like an oversized USB stick that lets you stream content from your smartphone, tablet, or computer onto your TV. Chromecast works with the Chrome browser, YouTube, and Netflix, along with a host of other supported apps, which this week includes Popcorn Time, the streaming service for movie torrents. The service will initially be available for PC, but they promise a version for Mac is coming soon. We're not sure if this will last though. The open source project released an Android app last May, but Google immediately took the app down from the Play Store. When it comes to smartphone cameras, it's usually really good smartphone camera on the back and really basic camera up front. That made sense before, when the front camera was primarily meant for video calls. But times have changed, and the quality of the front cameras are just as important as the rear cameras, particularly to the selfie-taking generation. Sony wants to capture this market. Announced this week its Xperia C3 smartphone has a 5-megapixel wide-angle front camera with its own soft LED flash made specifically for taking portraits. The company is calling the phone the world's best selfie smartphone. The improved optics is also backed up by a new software, including one for retouching portraits. On its back, the 5.5-inch phone sports an 8-megapixel main camera. Specs are otherwise pretty much in the mid-range, including a 720p display, a 1.2 GHz quad-core processor, 1 GB of RAM, and 8 GB of storage. The phone launches globally next month and will be available in black, white, and mint. Pricing has yet to be announced. Fans on and off the pitch were astounded as Germany obliterated Neymar-less Brazil 7-1 during their semifinals match at the 2014 World Cup. The event broke social media records. On Facebook, 66 million people talked about the match and recorded a total of 200 million interactions. The most talked about players were Germany's Thomas Müller and Brazil's David Luiz. The top Facebook moment in the match were Germany's goals, including Sami Khediri's goal in the 29th minute and Miroslav Klose's 16th World Cup goal, the most by any player ever. On Twitter, the Brazil-Germany match broke the record for being the most discussed single sports game ever with 35.6 million tweets. The most discussed players were Germany's striker Klose and Brazil goalkeeper Julio César. Similar to Facebook, Khedira's 29th minute goal set a new record with over 580,000 tweets per minute, probably because it was Germany's fourth goal in a span of 6 minutes. Hi, I'm Michael Josh with Rappler.com. In August of 2013, Motorola launched the Moto X smartphone with a feature called Active Listening. Now, what that did was allowed users to summon Google's personal digital assistant, Google Now, from any screen, even if their device was turned off. A couple of months later, Google announced the Nexus 5, one of the first smartphones to run Android 4.4 KitKat. Along with KitKat, it also updated its search application to include the Google Now launcher. Now, while it did not have all the features of the Moto X, as long as you were on your home screen, on any, no matter how many tiles you have, panes you have on your home screen, as long as you're on the home screen, you could summon Google Now just by saying, "Okay, Google." Now, a lot of the smartphones today that were released running KitKat have that feature a little bit with a little bit of a variation. You have to have the Google Now search widget installed, and you have to have that particular window open for you to be able to summon Google Now. Well, last week, Google has made some changes. It has been updating its Google Search app once again, and it brings a lot of the features that we had on the Moto X in terms of Google Now to all your phones. It's a feature they're calling Google Search from any screen. Today, we'll show you how to set that up. To set it up, click on your Google Now search widget, and then scroll all the way down till you get to the settings. Click on that. Go to settings, and then you'll see a section called Voice under Search and Now Cards. Click that, and then look for the setting called OK Google Detection. You click on that, and you'll have a couple of new options. As you can see, there's a tick box for OK Google Detection from any screen. You'll want to turn that on. And once you do that, it will prompt you to set it up and agree to the terms. I've already done that once before, but now what it wants me to do is to calibrate, or to take a couple of of recordings of me saying, "OK Google, OK Google, OK Google, OK Google." Okay, now once you've done that 3 times, just go ahead and click OK. And then if you want to be able to use Google Now from the lock screen, just make sure that this is ticked as well. Now, what you just did earlier was training your voice model. We've already done that, and it should work fine now. Let's go ahead and turn off the phone, and then just turn on to the lock screen. OK, Google. As you can see, Google Now works from there. We're using the Chrome browser. Let's try again. OK, Google. And let's try a non-Google app. Let's go ahead and dive into Twitter and see if it works from Twitter as well. OK, Google. Just one important thing to point out, if you have this service turned on, as you can see, Google has added just one more setting called audio history, and it's required for this service to work that you have that turned on. What it does is you also, almost like a search history, but all your voice searches, Google is basically archiving that as well. And that was TechRap. For the latest tech news, visit Rappler.com/technology, follow Rappler on social media, join our conversation online, and send us emails. All the details are below. That's all for this week, folks. I'm Michael Josh. Thanks for dropping by.